going on, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. As for today's episode, we got not one but two movie reviews for y'all today, and we have a lot of mainstream news to discuss today. So, without further ado, let's get started with our first piece of news. Disney Plus, ESPN Plus are coming to Spectrum Cable as Disney Charter's strike deal has been commenced. So let's read this article that came for the verdict, and it says, as part of the deal, Disney Plus ad supported plan will also come including with the Spectrum TV Select package, while ESPN Plus has been given to Spectrum TV Select Plus to subscribers. There are still isn't a timeline for when Disney could launch ESPN's standalone streaming service, but it's been something Disney has been considering for quite some time right now. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they actually gonna sell ESPN, because right now in the bundle system you can either get the Disney and Hulu package or the trio package with Disney, Hulu, and ESPN. We still don't know yet, but hopefully we get some more news on that down the line. But moving on, the WGA says that they could make deals with individual studios outside of the AMPTP. And this article comes from the IndieWire saying, the WGA now says they have spoken with executives who claim that the WGA proposals would not affect their company's bottom line, and that they are being asked to give up more than they like to as part of the border negotiations. Another said that they needed a deal badly. It continues. Other proposals that the AMPTP saying the deal breakers, the guild claims certain executives are willing to talk about. Could this move forward? But we don't know yet. But continue on saying, on every single issue, we are asking for we have had at least one legacy studio executive tell us that they could accommodate us, the guild wrote. Could this be good news? We don't know yet. But moving on. Endeavor announced the close of UFC and WWE's transaction to create TKO Group Holding, a premium sports and entertainment company. The new company has begun on September 12th on New York Stock Exchange under the TKO ticker symbol. Let's read the following. Well, what's behind this the new deal? TKO brings together UFC, the world's premium mixed martial arts organization, and WWE, its integrated media organization, and recognizes the global leader in sports entertainment, to create new premium sports and entertainment company serving in more than 1 billion young and diverse fans, reaching viewers in 180 countries and producing more than 350 annual live events. Through this combination, TKO will lever the Endeavor experts in areas including domestic and international media rights, ticket sales, and yield optimization, event operations, global partners, licensing, and premium hospitality to drive revenues growth. The creation of TKOs marks an exciting new chapter for the UFC and WWE as leaders in the global sports and entertainment, says Ario Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor and TKO. Given their continued connectivity to the Endeavor network, we are confident in our abilities to alternate their respective growths and unlock a long-term sustainable values for shareholders. With UFC and WWE under one roof, we will provide an unrivaled experience for more than a billion passionate fans worldwide. This is a combination of a decades-long partnership between Endeavor and WWE across strategy and interiors, including talent representation and media rights. Given our collaborations, trust relationship, and Endeavor's incredible track record and success growing in UFC, we believe that WWE is optimistic positioned for future growth and success as part of the TKO, says Vince McMahon, executive chairman of TKO. Our focus remains on delivering for our fans across the globe as we take businesses to the next level alongside UFC and Endeavor. TKO will begin trading today as the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol TKO, with Endeavor hold 51%, controlling the interest in the new company, and the existing WWE shareholders holding a 49% interest in the new company on a field decline basis. So, I have talked with my boys from the Respect the Comment podcast. We have this discussed on this topic. If you guys want to hear that our new episodes will be uploaded soon on Spotify and Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts and other streaming platform. So yeah, we'll be. I had a full discussion on that. If you guys want to check that out, it will be on there. So and like I said before on that episode, this could either be a new beginning or a beginning of the end. We don't know yet. So let's just see what the future holds and years to come. Moving on. The Little Mermaid had the biggest Disney Plus launch numbers of 2023. Let's see what Joe Blogg had to say. Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid debuted on Disney Plus last week. Either way they say, and made one hell of a splash. According to Disney, The Little Mermaid has garnered 16 million views in its first 5 days on the streaming service, which makes it the most watched Disney movie premiere on Disney Plus since the release of Hocus Pocus 2 last year. So let's look at these numbers here. So in terms of when The Little Mermaid was in theaters, it made 298 million domestically, while in combination with their international markets, it made up to 570 million worldwide. And looking at when it debuted on Disney Plus, it made number one, and it culminated to 16 million downloads from the offline section. So those are really good, pretty good numbers there, if you ask me. So I would have to say this is probably the best Disney live action for this year. So it was really good. So and I already had my review on that, so I don't need to go too further on that. But moving on. NBC Universal suspends Dwayne Johnson's deal. Dang. Now Universal's doing it too? I mean, we already talked about Warner Brothers, but now you're Universal. But let's read what Yahoo Entertainment had to say about this. NBC Universal abruptly ended studio deals with high-profile producers on Monday, including Saturday Night Live's creator Lorne Michaels and Dwayne Johnson's Seven Bus production, who brought Young Rock to the network. The move came the same day, similar to cuts at CBS, where the talk show host Dr. Phil's deal has also been put on hold. In addition to Saturday Night Live, Michael's producer Pete Davidson, Peacock's sitcom Buckets, through his company Broadway Video, he moved shop to NBCU in 2018 after 30 years at Paramount Pictures. Dick Wolf who hit show Law and Order franchise is at NBC, has not had his pat with the network suspension as of Monday. According to Deadline, Wolf is also working on a unscripted content for NBC. Our producers at Universal Studios Group, who has been already suspended, including 30 Rock, creator Tina Fey, and Sam Esmail, Mr. Robot. So, man, this is crazy. So, in terms of suspension, like, and the same thing go for Warner Brothers. Are they suspending these productions because of the strike? It could very well could be. So, if we're on the strike right now, what, and we're not making anything, so what's the point? I will say, once the strike is over, maybe that they'll bring the producers back when everybody gets started coming back to work. That's what I think. But we'll have to wait and see when the strike is over to get any further conclusion. But moving on. Taylor Swift, the concert movie. If you want to rent in private theater, it'll be $800. You wouldn't catch me renting no private theater for no Taylor Swift concert. But that's just me. I'm not saying that if y'all fan of Taylor Swift, if y'all want to rent a private theater, that's on y'all. But I'm not doing it. So, but let's read this article that came from Variety. Well, Cinemark is offering moviegoers a chance to rent out the movie auditoriums to watch the film version of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, which hits theaters October 13th. Private Swift parties, as the theater rentals has been delved down the cost of $800 plus tax and fees that can accommodate up to for 40 people. So, and continue on. This sounds like a lot of cash, but remember, some of the Swifters paid as much for a single concert to the pop star's epic arena tour. Now, if you ask me, running a private theater would be better because, and I know like when you be at the concerts, like you'll be with a lot of people, and sometimes you can't hear the roar; it be loud and stuff like that. If you're one of those type of people that just want to hear the concert without the loud noise and all this stuff, that's good. I commend y'all. But there are probably some people that want to get that energy from other people in the crowd while listening to the real live experience. So, but that's on you. It depends on how you want to view your live experiences. So, but that's on y'all. So, not gonna go too further in about that. But moving on. Indiana Jones scores big crazy numbers on video demand. So, this one coming from Pure Cinema TV, saying the Dial of Destiny has been a hit on video demand market since it became available via major digital platforms on August 29th, with the action venture film attracting to 474,000 viewers within its first 6 days. By comparison, the box office hit like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse were watched by 482,000 and 321,000 respectively on video demand within their first 6 days of availability. So very, very good numbers there. And we've been saying this for quite some time now. There's been a lot of people that rather see certain movies in theaters, and some people would rather see certain movies on video on demand. So that has not changed since the pandemic era. So that can't go too much further on that. But moving on, Taika Waititi's Star Wars is still not written 3 years later. Have you not surprised? But let's read this article here. Whedon recently showed up at the Toronto International Film Festival tribute awards to honor Free Guy director Sean Lilly with the inaugural Norman Jewish Career Achievement Award. While giving his speech, Whedon mentioned Levy's planned Star Wars movie and in progress and commenting on his own Star Wars project, saying, "Unlike me, let's hope he managed to finish a script for that." So, all I can say, if we can get Kathy Kennedy fired, then we can move on with the Star Wars franchise. That's all I can say about that. But moving on from that, the WGA cancels meeting with the Hollywood showrunners. Are you not surprised? But let's read what Yahoo has to say about this. The Writers Guild of America canceled a scheduled meeting with top Hollywood showrunners, including Caleb Brandt. That's how I pronounce the name, but that's the creator writer for Blackish, and Noah Hawley on Monday, after a week of intense bickering over whether the guild will automatically seek a resolution to the entertainment industry cropping for 4 months old strike. The rap has learned. So what else can they do? But Barnes and Harley. So Harley is the writer for Fargo, and so those two and a number of powerful showrunners has been demanding answers for the WGA negotiation leadership, namely Chief Negotiator Ellen Startman and committee co-chairs Chris Keysworth and David A. Goodman, to ensure that the guild was motivated to get a deal. So I hope they get some kind of deal, but this has been going on too long as it is. But the showrunners began to reach out for a clarification last Tuesday, and the exchange with the WGA leadership has been described to the Wrap by an individual with knowledge as intense emotions, with phone calls between individual showrunners and the guild's leaders, leading to fights and shout-out matches and screaming hang-ups, as the individual put in. I mean, it sounds like nothing will be resolved, but we'll see what the future holds for 2024. Moving on. Marvel's S-Fest was anonymously vote to unionize. So this one coming from the E-Gadget, and this will report this article. The visual effects workers at Marvel Studios have anonymously voted to unionize in an election held by the National Labor Relations Board. Its first union composer in the entirety of the visual effects workers to unionize with the International Alliance of the Theater Stage Employees, according to the union. So, which represent those who work in behind-the-scenes aspects of the entertainment industry. There were 41 ineligible voters, and all 32 have participated in voters of the favors of the union. So, Marvel, Disney, Lucasfilm, y'all is to get some serious doo-doo, and y'all need to do something. Moving on, AMC issues a cease and disdain to Lionsgate over their Saw X promo. So, in case y'all didn't see like the promo, the what they did for Saw X marketing, they did a parody of whenever you guys go to AMC theaters right before the movie starts, you see Nicole Kidman coming to the theaters, and they kind of replicate that with Jigsaw. They're doing a parody of that. So, and I think AMC is kind of pissed about that, but I don't see what's anything wrong with it, really. So, But let's see what the cease and desist is all about. So, a cease and desist letter is a legal document that is sent to the individual or businesses to stop illegal action. The letter may warn that the receipt does not discontinue specific conduct or take certain actions by the deadline set in the letter that the parties may be sued. Is it enforceable? No. There is no legal requirement to respond to the cease and desist letter that they have carried with no power and no authority in or themselves. So, like I said, I don't see anything wrong with it with the parody video, but it is what it is. Moving on. The WGA and the studios to meet for only the third time in 4 months. Let's see what Variety had to say. Talks between the Writers Guild of America and the major studios are set to resume next week as the side seeks to end the 4-month-old writer's strike. On Wednesday, September 13th, the WGA reached out to the AMPTP and asked for a meeting to move the negotiations forward. And they respond by saying, "We have agreed and are working to schedule a meeting next week. Every member of the company is committed to engage to reach a fair deal and working together with the WGA to end the strike." So hopefully something will be resolved. The WGA confirms that the two sides are working to restart negotiations. The WGA and the AMPTP are in progress of scheduling a time to get back in the room, the unions told the members in an email. So hopefully we'll get some resolvement going forward, and once we do, I'll let you guys know on that. And I'll let and then what else we got here? Alrighty, and our last piece of news: Star Wars Lando series has been developed as a movie. I mean, either way, it sounds good to me. But let's see what Variety has to say. The news broke in July that Donald and Stephen Glover has been taped by Disney and Lucasfilm to replace Justin Simon as the writers of the new Lando television series on Disney Plus. But not so fast. The project is actually being developed as a Lando movie. Lucasfilm confirms to Variety. Glover's debut as young Lando Calrissian in the 2017 Star Wars Temple Solo, which was also a notable box office disappointment for Disney and Lucasfilm. So hopefully the Lando movie might turn out better, but who knows? But we'll see how that goes from there. But that's all the mainstream news that we have for you guys today. So let's get into our 2 movie review for you guys today. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Outlaw, Johnny Black. And this was directed and starring by Michael J. White. So in this movie, Cowboy Johnny Black vows to gun down Brett Carlson, the man who was responsible for the death of his father. He soon becomes a wanted outlaw for posing as a preacher in a small minor town that had been taken over by a notorious land bearer. So, this movie was created by the creators of Black Dynamite, and let me tell you, Black Dynamite was the movie and acclaimed animated series of its time. It was so great, and watching this movie, it was really good. It's like one of those spoof Western action that you love to see, man. So yeah, it was really good. So and I recommend you guys to check out this movie. And if you guys are a fan of Michael J. White, or you guys are a fan of like spoof action comedy westerns, I recommend you guys go check that out. And man, just to see yeah, everybody just kicking ass and all that other stuff, and also being funny at the same time. So yeah, so and Michael J. White, not only he was good on camera, but he was good off the camera as well. So it's great to see a lot of actors take double duties, being on camera and off the camera as well. So this was definitely a fun film for you guys to watch, and definitely looked like a 70s black exploitation film. So yeah, what else I can say about that? But other than that, I will give this a I'll give it a C plus for what it is. Like it's not great at like critically. It's like this movie is mostly made for like to get y'all as a movie goer to have fun with it. So yeah, I'll give it a C plus rate. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it was really good to watch as a good time to watch. So that's how I feel about that. And also moving on from that, we also going to be talking about a haunting in Venice. So this is the third movie in the Hercule Poirot the series. So we had the murder on Urgeros Express, and we also had Death on the Nile. So the first one was a murder mystery on a train. The second one was a murder mystery on a cruise. So this one is more hunting events takes more a more horror twist in this one. So this kind of they kind of had their setting like in an abandoned like abandoned castle, if I can say it that way. So man, this was really good. Like you hardly ever see like any like horror and murder mystery these days. And this one was based off the Halloween Party. Was also based on a book from the August Christine. So like is like a and with that and so reading the description on this one. Um, Let me read up and pull out my thing real quick. I know it's coming up. So, in the post-war of World War II in Venezuela, a retired detective Hurley Poisson is now retired and living in his own exile. Reluctantly attends a sacrament, but when one of the guests is murdered, it is up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer. So, man, like I said, this was really good. A really good murder mystery, and it's like one of those movies that you can definitely watch during the Halloween season. And Kenneth Burton, let me say, like he did not fail. Like he is really good on camera and off the camera. So playing the role of Hercule Poirot is definitely one of Kenneth Burton's most entertaining roles that Mr. Burton has ever done. So yeah, he was great, and also the supporting cast was great too, especially Michelle Yeoh, especially that one scene in the movie when they had to do the 360. That was really good. So the cinematography did a good job on that one, and also Tina Fey, she was really good too. So it's really great to see that when you see like certain comedians that like come out of their shell and and do something different in a new genre. So I definitely commend to Tina Fey on that one. But other than that, The script was great, the direction was great, and the production values that was put into this movie that is really good. Even though it had its struggles at times, but it does really captivate as a horror thriller murder mystery film. And you always look at to see like, oh, uh, do I think he's the killer? Or he's the one. He's the one. And you kind of want to do your own investigation while you watch the movie as well. But it definitely had a horror twist in this movie. And there was times that Herger Potter was like, oh, this crap ain't real. And then when you look at it, oh, yeah, it's really about to get real. So they really captivate on the thrills. And you might know what like you really see coming, or some that you don't see coming. So they really captivate on that one. And so yeah. Um for this movie, I'm definitely giving it a B plus. So this was a really good Halloween snack movie to watch. So yeah, I definitely will recommend that one. And I definitely have to say this is the most best one out of the Bregatha's and the Chrissy series yet. So and so yeah, this was really good. I recommend you guys checking that out. But that's all I have for you guys today. Um, if you watch me on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. And also, if you're listening to me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there as well. But other than that, folks, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.